So before we get into the abandonment issues, I wanna tell you a little story about how I switched a room. Yeah, essentially. So about 2 years ago, I have this video on my YouTube channel. I painted a wall in my previous room to like nice brownish color, so it'd be more aesthetically pleasing, because before it was the room of my younger brother and the room was like I love blue. It was vibrant blue, like, you know, it was like just wasn't the vibe I wanted. So I painted it when I realized I can do it. What a fun thing. So about a year after that, I got into the 1800s aesthetic, like classical, posh, like, you know, carved wood and velvet. Okay, whatever. And I started to gather things around the house to my room, so to make it more my vibe at the moment. A year ago that was. And I found quite a lot of things. I just couldn't figure out how to make this room more 1700 aesthetic, because it was very modern, which is what I wanted, but that was before. Then one day, after I started to thinking about like how to make this room like really what I want it to be, it was a cleaning day, and at our house we have one room which is supposed to be a grandparents' room. When my grandparents designed it in this room for guests, because they're not coming that often, and if someone comes they can stay into this room, the spare room. It's not the room we come in most of the time. So I told, like, usually I'm not thinking about this room, so this was a cleaning day and this room kind of on me to clean. So I opened up this room, you know, it's imagine like in the movies. I opened this room, I think there was something like sun coming into through the window, like letting it, and I was just opening the room, like dust flying because nobody was there, like it was that kind of vibe. Now open the room and it's like, wait a minute, guess how this room designed? From every single detail in this room, from the wallpaper to the furniture and pictures on the walls, like embroidery, and it was perfect, straight from my dreams. And I know what you're thinking. Well, you had this room all this time, you lived in this house. Yes, but it was absent from my perspective. It was absent. Like I didn't look at this room with my eyes, with my a little bit delusional. Its room appeared to me, and I know that sounds controversial, the room appeared to me right after I asked for it. Before, in my mind, that room didn't exist at all. So I come to my mom, says, Mom, I think I'm switching rooms. She said, again? Like, you just switched the room, your previous room, like a couple of years before that, and then you moved into this room, just like, and then you moving into, like, how many rooms? Because I've been living in this room for a year now, and I know I haven't been posting videos on YouTube for quite a long time, but I'm living this new room right now, and it's my inspiration. I wake up every day like in a museum, literally like in a museum. You saw that, right? If you want any more updates, I'm going through a little perspective shift. It's called reality shifting, but it's like very long-term run. It doesn't have to be, unless you're a person without any limiting beliefs, without any kind of shadow crouching behind you and like stopping you from getting things that you want. I had a haircut, music improved. I don't know how many of you knew that I write songs and like write music. I need to get comfortable with saying this. I write music. I'm a singer. If anyone wondered, I'm a singer. And I'm doing a lot of shadow work and I'm doing a lot of journaling. And I thought, why don't I, plus to the journaling, I'll make also a video journaling, right? So I can talk to you necessarily about the things that I'm, like the changing beliefs in my mind, because maybe if you will hear what limiting beliefs I have and what blockages I have in my brain, my mind and my subconscious, and I'm like the way I'm gonna like crack them open, if you hear them, you might recognize that you have something familiar. Things about to lip up from this moment on. Like doing a lot of brainstorming and coming up with new ideas and new plans to go with my career. So I thought, why don't I take y'all to my journey if you would want to come along and see how I go through this. So before the end of this video, I wanted to give you one more little update, so we will hang out for a little longer. If it's me, you can always be sure that if we like lost connection for a long time, I'll be always back with new pet. Yeah, and you probably noticed this tub. Now I must give a snake warning. If you're afraid of snake, well, that's your chance. Have my invitation to overcome that fear, because I have a snake. It's a royal python. Well, in America they call them a ball python. He never got in a ball. He's not a shy guy. But if you are scared, don't be, because he's very slow. You're not gonna get scared, I guess. Like, overcome your fear. Fears are the poison. You must get rid of them, okay? So, just gonna take him out, show you, because I need to clean his tub, okay? Hey. Okay. Say hi, snake. It's a snake. He doesn't have a name, but it's he. Oh yeah. He's a little boy. Well, he is a year and a half, and he's so sweet, don't you worry. So yeah, about a year and a half ago, before the summer of 2024, I got in a snake phase and I started reading everything about snakes. And in the course of like a couple of months I just got a snake for myself. Don't know, but he is so pretty.